What's up, family? You will not believe what happened over the weekend, and this is basically beyond the unthinkable. Yes, we were talking about multiple things in this particular video, so I definitely want to catch you up in case you missed something over the weekend. But starting out, let's go ahead and talk about the biggest news, which was the Hurricane Helene, which ended up entering Tallahassee on the west coast of Florida, in which we are now sitting at around 60 people dead from this particular storm and millions of people without power. Take a look at this right here where it says that millions of people across Southeast remain without power as of Sunday in this particular aftermath. And like I said, 60 people have lost their lives. I was hoping, I had high hopes that no one would lose their lives in this particular storm, but we are sitting at the total number right now at the time of filming this video, 60 individuals, and we will just definitely be praying for those particular people. But it does state that for many in the Western Carolinas area, we are talking about North Carolina, rescues were still happening as of late on Sunday as crews tried to reach communities isolated by the flooding as well as landslides. That led North Carolina's governor to say he expected the death toll to rise even more. In addition to that, it also says that the Hurricane Helene wreaks havoc across Asheville, North Carolina. The National Guard has now been deployed. 119 people have been rescued. One particular person, which is a salon owner in Asheville, shares the images and video of the storm's destruction. And I want to show this video to you real quick. As you can see in this particular video, there was helicopter rescues from individuals that were pretty much stranded from flooded areas surrounding them. Yes, and this is just one particular instance right here that she's showing on the video. And then another portion of the video where you can see that multiple people are helping with the cleanup of the destruction, the mudslides, pretty much happening everywhere. You can see the people expressions. They are pretty much devastated. And then right here, you can see that a local gas station was pretty much flooded. No one can pull in to get gasoline. The entire thing was shut down with water continuously flowing through Citgo gas station all the way down the street. You could not go any further. That entire street, that entire road was pretty much underwater. Not necessarily sure of this particular area, but you can just see this is just one piece of the devastation from this particular storm that it left behind in Asheville, North Carolina. So we definitely want to keep those in our prayers. In the meantime, continue to pray for all of those. Do what you can. If you want to donate money, I don't have that information, but you can easily Google it. You can probably also go to FEMA. I believe it is FEMA.gov if you want to donate some money there as well. But also, guys, the biggest question that we want to talk about is, why are these hurricanes acting like this? Why are natural disasters feeling like they are, if you will? If those of you that have been affected by these, you definitely know what I am talking about. But in this particular article right here, one individual or multiple individuals are asking the question, why do natural disasters don't feel natural anymore? Well, the biggest question is, why is that? Why? That is a heavy question, guys. Wouldn't you guys agree? Especially after we have just experienced this type of hurricane happening in the United States. But yes, why do they not feel like natural disasters anymore? It is just insane. But anyways, this is in Cedar Key, Florida, which was hit pretty hard. And the innkeeper is wondering whether it's worth rebuilding his particular town at this time. He had the biggest question, saying that natural disasters are natural disasters. He has lived through 5 hurricanes since moving in 2018 to the island community southwest of Gainesville. But he said these don't feel natural anymore. Tens of thousands of residents of Florida Big Bend region are confronting the same fears in the wake of Hurricane Helene, and those feelings are increasingly shared by coastal residents from Alaska to California and to Maine, as stronger, more frequent storms and rising ocean levels upend their lives and livelihoods. Many insurers already have curtailed coverage or withdrawn withdrawn entirely from some areas, indicating their long-term perspective risk. And now, after what we have just seen happen, they are no longer wondering whether or not they want to rebuild or even stay in those particular local areas. So anyways, yes, like I said, the biggest question is whether or not these natural disasters are actually feeling natural anymore. Could this all be because of global warming? I know a lot of people, especially in the political climate, are saying that no, this has nothing to do with it. That is fake news. But then on the other hand, people are saying that this is directly affected by global warming in this country, which is why the grounds, the water, the ocean is heating up faster, heating up more, which is pretty much fueling these particular storms down in the Caribbean coast to actually create these big, these heavy natural disasters such as hurricanes all the way up to Hurricane 4 and Hurricane 5 to hit directly into the United States. So yes, the biggest question is why do they not feel the same anymore? Is it because of global warming? But anyways, guys, on another note, what we did hear from President Biden, which he says that he is hoping to visit the impacted areas sometime this week if it doesn't impact the emergency response, referring to those individuals that are actually helping in this particular situation, because he knows that he does draw a huge crowd when it comes to him showing up at different places, and it could cause a little bit of stall in relation to the cleanup from these particular impacted areas. Now, something else that came out over the weekend, which is some rumors that were going around saying that President Biden has stated that he is no longer going to provide additional help or additional support to the affected areas from Hurricane Helene, which the Biden administration did get behind these fake rumors, and they actually put out a statement on their website, which is whitehouse.gov, and you can see right here that it says that this is an update from the Biden-Harris administration, and they are saying that they will continue their response efforts to Hurricane Helene. So like I said, there was some fake news that came out over the weekend, and the Biden administration wanted to get behind that very quickly just to squash any type of false information. So yes, the government, the Biden administration, as well as FEMA will continue to provide additional support for all of those individuals that are or have been affected by Hurricane Helene. So anyways, guys, like I said, I will solicit you to join me in your prayers. We do need to pray for all these individuals that have been affected, from those individuals that have lost loved ones, as well as those individuals that pretty much lost their homes, their cars, their mobile homes, things of that sort. We definitely want to pray for all of them right now, as well as praying for their loved ones, their friends, as well as their family members as well. So keep them lifted up in your prayers in the meantime. And like I said, guys, right here we have some information directly from artificial intelligence, or AI, which they provided me with a little bit of an overview in relation to global warming. And I definitely wanted to share it with you real quick. It does say that global warming is directly linked to an increase in the frequency and the intensity of natural disasters like floods, droughts, heat waves, wildfires, and more powerful storms, primarily due to the rising temperatures causing changes in weather patterns and increased water vapor in the atmosphere, essentially making extreme weather events more prevalent and severe. And here are a few key points about global warming and natural disasters. It does create increased storm intensity, drought intensification, rising sea levels, heat waves, and wildfire risk. We have seen all of those things across the United States over the last 5 to 10 years or so, and I do not expect that to end anytime soon. So anyways, guys, I definitely wanted to tell you about this information just in case you have missed something over the weekend. And like I said, 60 lives have been lost, and that number is expected to go up this week as well. So anyways, guys, keep those in your prayers. Moving on, we also have some other breaking news that happened over the weekend, in which we did have one particular leader of Hezbollah. He was actually killed in an airstrike, which was coming directly from Israel. Yes, it says right here that Hezbollah leader Nasrallah, he ended up dying in an Israel strike in the particular region. His particular name was Hassan Nasrallah. The revered and reviled longtime leader of Hezbollah was killed on Friday in an Israel airstrike. Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah terrorist organization and one of its founders, was eliminated by the IDF. Following precise intelligence, the fighter jets conducted a targeted strike on central headquarters of Hezbollah terrorist organization, which was located underground, embedded under a residential building in the area of Dahi in Beirut. Hezbollah confirmed his particular death, saying it will continue its battle against Israel in support of Gaza and Palestine and in defense of Lebanon and its steadfast and honorable people. As you can see, this is a photo of the Hezbollah leader, and he was killed on Friday in an airstrike. So yes, guys, we all know that the war in Hezbollah right now, coming directly from Israel, has been going on for a few weeks or so, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. But right now, this is some huge news that came over the weekend in which they were able to kill the leader of their terrorist group, and we don't know how they're going to respond to this particular action, but so far this is definitely worrisome as the war in the Middle East continues to increase. And guys, we are just hoping that the United States is not involved in any of this type of a war. We definitely don't want to go into war, but it looks like the United States is headed to war, and not necessarily just in the Middle East, but also dealing with those other adversaries such as China, North Korea, and Russia, of course, especially as we continue to provide additional support, additional billions of dollars to Ukraine for them to defend their own country. Obviously, guys, this definitely puts the United States right in the forefront of going to war sometime very soon rather than later. But anyways, guys, as you can see right here, the United States has been celebrating this particular killing of the Hezbollah leader. They are saying that this is justice. Take a look at this right here where it says that why is the United States government hailing Israel's killing of Hezbollah's leader as justice? Well, it does say right here that many U.S. leaders have united in their support of Israel's killing of Nasrallah for what they see as appropriate action for the long-time decision maker of an organization that killed many innocent lives. President Biden said the death of Hassan Nasrallah, leader of the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah, by an Israel airstrike on Saturday was a measure of justice for his many victims that he killed throughout the many years. Hassan Nasrallah and the terrorist group he led were responsible for killing hundreds of Americans over a 4-decade reign of terror. This was a statement directly from President Biden. In addition, Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson supported this attack as well. So again, the United States is happy about this particular killing of this terrorist leader, and they are supporting it at this particular time. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you because this definitely could bring more terror, more drama, more war in the next few weeks or so, and the United States could actually be involved in it. You never know. I told you about last week where the United States was sending some of our soldiers to the Middle Eastern area just because of all of the things that are going on right now across the world. But anyways, guys, speaking of across the world, do you guys know exactly how many wars are going on right now? Well, I did a little bit of research and I found this website that specifically talks about how many wars are going on right now and where they are happening. Take a look at this right here, guys. I'm going to go through it real quick because we are running out of time, but it does say that in the Middle East and North Africa, we are having more than 45 armed conflicts going on right now. And then in Africa, they have more than 35 armed conflicts happening right now. And then in Asia, we have about 21 21 conflicts happening right now. And then in Europe, 7 armed conflicts going on right now. And then in Latin America, about 6. And yes, guys, that is a lot. I believe the total came to around 110 different armed conflicts going on around the world right now. We just cannot have peace. Things are just continuing to get worse and worse and worse. But anyways, guys, one thing that we do not want to see is the United States going into a major war anytime soon. But like I said, things are obviously pointing towards that direction in which we could be headed to World War III, whether or not that will be with China, Russia, or North Korea, or even all of them at the same time. Again, if that does happen, that would be 3 countries as well as whoever joins them against NATO. We don't necessarily know how that's going to turn out, but just to give a little bit of thought, keep that in the back of your mind just in case something pops off, because this is not going to be a normal war. If we do go into something, this is going to be basically a nuclear war, which means that there are going to be a lot of lives being lost. But anyways, guys, on the good side, pray that you woke up this morning. I definitely encourage you. Outside of all that, please hit the like button on this video as well as comment down below. It really helps out this video. Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you. Outside of all that, I hope to see you on the next video.